When I left Delhi and landed in London, and that last hug at the airport broke me. And now the rejection part. I won't lie, but I got rejected like 1,000 times. A lot, many times. And here is a pro tip for you all. And then suddenly one evening I got an email. We'd like to offer you the role, and I just sat there, frozen, smiling and crying. To book a free session with me on ADP list, I'd love to help you all. Moving to a new country isn't just about a change of address. It's an emotional, cultural, and psychological shift. When I left Delhi and landed in London, I wasn't just carrying suitcases. I was carrying hope, dreams, and honestly a whole lot of confusion. Hi everyone, I am Shraddha, a senior product designer based in London, and this video is really close to my heart because it's about the journey that changed everything. From the busy lanes of Delhi to the design rooms in London, it's been a wild ride. If you are someone trying to break into UX, move abroad, or starting afresh in your career, stick around. This one is for you. Let's rewind to 2021. India was just starting to unlock after a long, exhausting pandemic. Everything felt uncertain: job, health, and the future. But for some reason, deep inside, I felt this tiny spark. I've been working as a product designer in Delhi for like 5 years. Comfortable role, great team, steady growth, but I also felt stuck. You know that feeling like you have outgrown a space, but you're scared to leave it. I kept asking myself, is this it? Is this where I stopped growing? The answer was clear: no. I wanted more. I wanted challenges, discomfort, and a global exposure. I wanted to see what I was truly capable of, not only as a designer, but as a person too. But making that decision, that was the hardest part. मेरा पूरा network, मेरा comfort zone, everything was in India. Family, friends, language, identity, सब कुछ familiar. It's an easy journey to thrive when you are surrounded by familiarity, but growth that lives on the other side of the fear. And then when I knew I was moving to London with 0 job offers, no local contacts, and a very basic plan: try, fail, learn, and repeat. Everyone kept asking me, what if you don't get a job? Do you have a job? What if it doesn't work out? And honestly, मुझे खुद को बहुत डर लग रहा था, but you know what scared me the most? Staying the same, living in that same comfort zone, and living with that what if. I didn't want to look back 10 years later and wonder what could I have been if I had taken the leap. And that last hug at the airport broke me. I smiled on the outside, but inside I was terrified. I wasn't just leaving home, I was leaving a version of myself behind. But I also knew sometimes the only way to grow is to break borders, literally and figuratively. And you know what? London is absolutely stunning. The historical buildings, the fast trains, and the cozy cafes. But at the same time, it's a lot intense and unfamiliar. And honestly, it's too cold. Literally and figuratively. When I moved here, I didn't even know a single person. मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था कहाँ से शुरू करना है. Everything from staying in a flat to understanding the cultural norms was felt like decoding a new system. Back in Delhi, I knew my way around things, but here I was googling the small stuff like how to write a UK-style CV. Do I need a cover letter for every job? And yes, the most importantly, how cold is too cold for one jacket? And spoiler alert, एक jacket बिल्कुल भी काफी नहीं है यहाँ पे. It's literally shivering and really cold here. And every day-to-day things felt unfamiliar to me. I missed घर का खाना, my favorite street chai, and those little everyday moments and the comforts. And when I talk about networking here, very different vibe. In India, I just messaged someone casually, but here, यहाँ पे हर word सोच समझ के लिखना पड़ता है. I rewrote a simple DM 10 times before hitting that send button. It was humbling. Back home, I was confident, established. Here, I felt like I was starting from scratch, as if I had to prove myself all over again. But I kept reminding myself, ये phase भी temporary है. If I can figure out the Delhi traffic, I can also figure out the tube here, right? Resetting isn't easy, but it's the first sign of growth. Every awkward moment, every cultural misstep, it was shaping the new version of me. And I was literally loving it. Let's now talk about the portfolios. Mine was okay for India, but for UK market, it was too high level and lacked context. Here are the few things that I changed in my portfolio after learning with different people. Storytelling became central. Every project followed a narrative, problem, user, my role, process, and impact. Metrics mattered. Instead of saying I redesigned the onboarding, said reduced drop-off by 15% after redesign. I ditched fluff. No long intros, just clear and concise insights. And let me tell you one thing. Editing your own portfolio is harder than it looks. I took weeks and months, but once I finished, it felt powerful. It was literally saying like, this is you, this is your work, and it actually became my identity. Next came the UK job market, and the spoiler alert, it's competitive AF. I have to apply strategically, not just the spray and pray. Here are the 3 things that I really did throughout my application process. I shortlisted companies whose mission was truly aligned with what I care about. I rewrote my CV to match the UK standards. No photos, only the outcomes and the metrics. And trust me, it made a difference. One of the recruiters told me, your application stood out because your email didn't feel automated. Let's now talk about the interviews. I hadn't given one in the last 5 years. My first interview, total disaster. I rambled, forgot the key details, and just froze. I literally cried, But instead of quitting, I got tactical. I started rehearsing answers, especially the big ones like, tell me about yourself. Explain your design process. How do you handle the conflict in a team? And here is a pro tip for you all. Practice them as stories. Add emotion to it, add tension to it, and end it with an impact. It's not just about the drama, it's actually about creating the engagement. And now the rejection part. I won't lie, but I got rejected like 1,000 times. Many times. Some of them didn't respond. Some of them took weeks, and you won't believe one company even ghosted me after taking like 5 rounds of interviews, and that was sad. But you know what I realized? Rejections weren't personal. It was just the feedback in disguise. And every no was bringing me closer to the yes. So I kept iterating my pitch, my tone, my examples, my portfolios. And then suddenly one evening I got an email. We'd like to offer you the role. And I just sat there, frozen, smiling and crying. That offer wasn't just a job, it was a full circle moment. It meant all those late nights, doubts, and tears meant something. Looking back, this journey taught me more than just the career skills. It shaped how I live, how I think, and how I bounce back. Here are 6 things that I learned that I hope that you can carry with you too. Start before you are ready. We wait so long to feel ready. For the perfect portfolio, for the perfect timing, the perfect job market. But here's the truth. Readiness is a myth. Action brings clarity. जब मैंने अप्लाई करना शुरू किया तब मुझे समझ आया कि मुझे क्या इम्प्रूव करना है. So if you are hesitating, just begin. You'll learn on your way. Second, your story is your superpower. I used to hide parts of my story thinking maybe it didn't match what companies here were looking for. But when I embraced the journey, India se start karke London tak ka path, it became my strength. The projects, the mistakes, the pivots, that's what made me unique. Never underestimate your lived experience. It's not a gap, it's an edge. Show, don't just tell. Design is a visual craft, but interviews are verbal. It's not enough to say, I redesigned a dashboard. Show them, tell them what you have changed, what problem you have solved. Use outcomes, use numbers, let your work speak for yourself. Fourth, rejections are just redirections. Every no hurt, some more than others, but in hindsight, हर एक no ने मुझे better बनाया. Design your job hunt like a product. Test, iterate, and ship. This is a mindset shift. Think of yourself as a designer of your own career process. Test different applications, iterate your pitch, and most importantly, keep shipping. Don't aim for perfect, aim for progress. And last but not the least, support system matters. I didn't do this alone, and you shouldn't do it either. I learned from the mentors, the friends, even the YouTube creators who started their stories. A good support system won't do the work for you, but they will remind you that you are not alone. And if you don't have one, let this channel be that space for you. If you are someone figuring it all out, new country, new career, new identity, just know this: you are not broken, you are becoming. So one step at a time. And if you need any guidance or help, feel free to book a free session with me on EDP list. I'd love to help you all. So that was my story, messy, real and full of lessons. अगर आपने यहाँ तक वीडियो देखी, so thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I genuinely hope it gave you something, a bit of clarity, some courage, or even just the comfort that you are not alone. If this video helped you, even one person, please like, subscribe and share with someone who might be walking a similar path like this. Maybe they just need to hear that they can do it, or you can do it. Till then, I'm signing off for now. Take care, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay kind and keep designing your life. You can imagine it, how you imagine it.